Welcome to the Daily Dish with New York Times bestselling author Leanne Ely. Putting vibrancy back into your everyday life and feeding your heart, mind, body, and soul. Join us every day at 1 p.m. Eastern for Motivational Monday, Tuesday's Tip, Wise Woman's Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Food Fight Friday, and of course Q&A, where no question is off limits, and Soulful Saturday. Here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
Hey everyone! Welcome! Tuesday's tip. Not just a tip, it's a transformational tip. Come on down, let's get busy. There are things to do today. I'm really excited about today's show because yesterday, if you were a part of the show, if you came and watched yesterday, which I highly suggest you go watch again, we talked about the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. Hi there, Denise. There's Amber. You've got your sweater on too. Well, I've got to show you this sweater. You guys look, isn't it so cute? Do you see that? I am a wise woman in full bloom. Is this not the cutest thing? Where do you think this came from? Yeah, you know it. Amber did it. Isn't it the cutest thing? Anyway, I am in full bloom. Here I am, guys, in full bloom. I bet you want one of these, don't you? We might have some plans for that. Anyway, I'll let you know about how all of that is. But yesterday we were talking about the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. Today, what we're going to be talking about is how to get a growth mindset. Now, I was going to say a fixed mindset, but you don't want that, right? We want to ditch that. So isn't this so cute? Yeah, I'm just telling you, this girl knows how to do all the things, you know? Everyone does. There's Eileen. Good to see you. I appreciate it. Hi, Denise, again. Good to see you. But anyway, so this whole thing, Yvonne just did her 4-minute workout. This whole thing that we're going to be talking about is actual check marks, things that you can actually implement. Again, I'm going to ask you to take notes. You know, there is a huge connection between the hand that writes notes versus typing them out instead. Did you know that if you are in learning mode, if you write them out, that you are more apt to be able to regurgitate that information later? Did you know that? It's so good. There's Carla in snowy Kentucky. Anyway, isn't this so cute? Everybody's loving the hoodie. I know. This is just, it makes me look so busty. It's just my bra. Let me just lie about everything. You know, you got a good bra? There it is. Let's just talk about what it is. Yeah, so I decided if I'm going to wear pink, I'm going to wear pink glasses too. So it's pretty in pink day. Yeah, everybody put on your pink. Speaking of pink, I got to show you. You know how I love these quote decks. And our quote deck is pink, and it says "Living Life in Full Bloom" on the back, and it has the big pink rose. Part of courage is simple consistency. That's mine. I'm going to keep it on here. I need to see this on a regular basis because it just, it lets me know what's what. And you know what else happens when you start to consider your consistency and start to feel your way. So yesterday I did a lower body workout with weights, and I did an upper body workout with weights. And guess what? I'm just going to let you know. I need to take today off. So I've decided today is Functional Fitness Day, and we've got this lake to walk around, which is about 2.5 miles. I'm going to do that instead. I was going to hit the bike and everything, and it was just, there's soreness, there's this, that, and the other thing. And that's part of understanding and knowing yourself. That's also part of a growth mindset, because the old mindset would be, no, we got to do this. We said we're going to do this, blah, 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 blah. And, we have to get to the place of understanding and really cherishing our bodies and respecting them. When they're letting you know something, you got to listen. We've all been there, right? We've all been there. I see Amy and Sarah and Jane. Good to see you guys. All good to see you. And I know I've missed a few of you. I know I have, because I'm sitting here yapping away in my pink. Quote of the week is so good, you guys. It's so good. No pressure, no diamonds. This is how diamonds are made. They get heat and they get pressure. Otherwise, it's like they're not made out of coal, but they're made out of carbon, but it looks like a lump of coal. No pressure, no diamonds. I don't know about you, but I want to be remade. I want to be precious and a diamond and shiny and sparkly. Yeah. What do you say about that one? Our mugs are back in the shops. Go to savingdinner.com/mug to read all about how to utilize this wonderful tool. It's a tool. It's not just cute. It's not just fabulous. It is both of those things. But it's also a tool. It reminds you, get back to your growth mindset. Come back and be mindful when you sit down for that food. If you had one of these in your car, you would never drive through a drive-through again. Am I right? There you go. Right? If I have my way, I will set people free from the drive-throughs, from all fast food, and from sodas of any kind. I put a post up. Honestly, I was a little surprised that, it resonated with so many people. I have so long ago put this thing behind me. I didn't think anybody else was, I was always wondering, who do they sell this stuff to when I was in the grocery store? But apparently it still resonates. But I get off of it. Those are two kind of easy peasy things. And if we can get through and over and done with this garbage, because it's just garbage, there are no healthy options at fast food. I'm sorry. But it's all just garbage. If we can just get past that and just go into real single food ingredients, apple, chicken, then we're going to be in a lot better shape. We are. We're going to feel a lot better too. That stuff is all full of God knows what. God knows what. So if you're with me, you can pinky me up. I have here five supplements from our Immunity High Five. Now, the Immunity High Five are the 5 most needle-moving supplements that help your immune system. You have an innate immune system, and it needs everything. It needs your help, And all this does is just do a little bump here and a little bump there, and it makes it work better. I like that idea, don't you? We need it. We're still in flu season. We're still in cold season. And God knows we still have this stupid pandemic hanging around. So if we're wise women are going to look for things that are going to help them out. You can't out supplement a bad diet, hence the Coke, hence the sodas and all of that, hence the, transformed, the Frankenfoods and all of that. You can't. But I'm telling you, as women who are on a mission, who are wise women in full bloom, what are we doing? We're always looking for ways to bump it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's what these supplements do. And we have a great deal for you with the Immunity High Five. When you buy 2 sets, we'll give you a 3rd one absolutely free. And we're going to send you our bone broth cookbook, ebook. Yeah, all of that. All you have to do is go to savingdinner.com/show. That's where they're located. Now I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if the website's even up yet. We had some issues because our servers are located in Austin, Texas, and we all know what's going on in Texas right now, right? So we're having to hand deliver everything over. Can you imagine a website with 20 years worth of stuff on it, having to go over, one little file at a time. Here we come. Actually, he's doing a better job than that, but I do not think we're online yet. If we're online, let me know. But if we're not, will you go back, please? Come back later on in the afternoon and place your order. And the other thing that I'm really excited about is that the order placing is going to be so much easier. It's going to be so much easier. We have cut some of the extra out, and we're making it so much simpler. That's what we do. There's Margot. I'm glad to see you. Anyway, I'm telling you about all the stuff that we have on the website. I'm telling you how to get the show notes by going to Saving Dinner and just getting subscribe. We're on? Hey, I'm on? Or is the show on? You're not. I went to go by. Well, there you go. Don't worry though. I promise you we will be up later on this afternoon. Thank you. Yes, and we are really grateful. Jason is our tech guru, and he has just been, and he's been training Jenny on some stuff and doing all kinds of things. Isn't it so wonderful to have people who are on your team? He's on our team 100%, and we are grateful for him. And we're so excited. I just cannot wait for you to see this website. Your jaws are going to drop. It is that good. Yeah. So I'm telling you about all this stuff, but you can't go. I'm sorry. You just can't go take a look. But that's all right. What I can do, though, is tell you to go to savingdinner.com/freedom to go see our food addiction webinar, because that redirects over to Crowdcast. And we uploaded it, Jenny did. She uploaded it into Crowdcast so you can fast forward through things or whatever. But if you want to get more notes, and if you want to see it again, or you want to just see it for the first time, it's over there. So check it out, because this is a personal quest for me to see somebody get out of the bondage of food addiction is one of my heart's, desires for you. Because I know what it feels like, you didn't do this, you don't do this alone. I've gone there with you. So check it out. And of course, Jenny and Amber here, and they're always popping the links in. So that always works. That's what I have for you for today. But anyway, we are super excited. We're super excited for having our new site, and I really want you to go check it. Go take a peek-see at it. Give us your feedback. Let us know what you think about it. We're anxious to hear your thoughts. But wait till you see it. I keep teasing you about it. Okay, so who enjoyed yesterday's show? We got some good feedback on that. A lot of people said that it really helped them to see the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. Because we talk oftentimes just about all the things that we do. We talk about what our mindset is. We talk about things that we're hopeful for. We talk about shifting the way we think about things. We talk about all that stuff. But now we're going to talk about how to dump that fixed mindset and how to put on a growth mindset. Because it's not enough to just talk about what the differences are. There's actual mechanics here. And that's the stuff that I'm really excited about. So I'm so glad it helped you out. That's so great. Rebecca's teaching this to her third graders. I think that's fabulous. Because growth mindset is everything. A growth mindset is the thing that takes you through the hard stuff without quitting on yourself. A growth mindset gives you a strong vision for what your life could be. And can I just say, it goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. A growth mindset is what a vibrant life is all about. Because when you have a vibrant life, you have the capability to see everything, to see all of your options. Life is full of opportunity when you have a growth mindset. When you have a fixed mindset, not so much. And you feel cornered, and you don't see options, and you don't feel good about living in this little bodysuit of yours, Because we have these bodysuits. This is it. This houses our soul. It houses our soul, and we have a lot of conversations going on that nobody knows about. We have a lot of stuff going on inside of us, and we want so much to do the best thing, and sometimes we just don't know how. And what I want to go through with you today is getting you to the place, now that we have defined what a growth mindset is and what a fixed mindset is, how to get to the place of growth mindset. You ready for this? I think you're really going to like it. So first of all, Carol Dweck, I was telling you about her book. The book that she has is called is called Mindset. And in it, she explains this whole thing. She is a Stanford researcher. I mean, she's a brilliant woman, and she has a great TED Talk, by the way, 15 minutes. Go watch it. You'd really like it. Dweck, D-W-E-C-K. Anyway, so it's phenomenal. But one of the things that she said was they did brain scans on those who have a fixed mindset and those who have a growth mindset. And wouldn't you know it? They talked about a problem, and the growth mindset people's brains lit up with, well, you could do this and you could do that, and here's some ideas. And the fixed mindset folks said, I don't know what I'd do. That's it. I don't know. And shut down, and their brains were not lit up. Interesting, isn't it? Interesting. I feel like when we get to the place of when we make errors, we all make errors, by the way, when we start to look for what are the possibilities to solve this, then we get to the place, that's the growth mindset right there. Now, what am I going to be doing? Solution oriented. Now, when you have a fixed mindset, you see an error and you dwell on it. You know, I made this mistake, and dwell. Does that ever solve anything? Does it ever make it better? Does it ever make it feel better or right? Because really what we're trying to do is get to the place of flow. I'm going to talk about that in just half a second, because this is huge, and this is something that we need to all be striving for, because flow is everything. When I can get to the place of flow when I'm writing, then I know I'm in the groove, and it's like, don't anybody talk to me, unplug everything, have my headset in, and just go. It's the most magnificent, flowy, wonderful thing. Everything's firing in your brain. That's flow. Flow is, it's part of the growth mindset, and it's the optimal state of consciousness where we feel and perform at our very best. This happens from having a growth mindset, because a growth mindset is moving. It's movable. A fixed mindset doesn't. It stays, and it's paralyzed. And perfectionism often comes and just kind of clouds the whole thing up as well, doesn't it? But what we're trying to do is get to the place of changing that belief structure, because that's what mindset is. It's just belief structures. Changing that belief structure from a fixed one into a growth one. So what do? The first one is this. First thing that you need to do is develop curiosity. Develop curiosity. I love this, because when we are curious and we're asking questions, we're problem solving. You know, not only are we problem solving, but we're learners. We've put on a sign on ourselves that says, I learn. I'm going to teach myself. I'm going to find something new. And that keeps our minds bendy and flexible and learning and lit up. When we don't have curiosity and we're just like, okay, well, so that's the way it is. I guess I'm just stuck. You know, no lighting up in that brain, that's for sure. Your brain is just like, it's in park. Whereas you've got a growth mindset and you're curious, you're saying, well, what if we did this? And what if we did that? Can you imagine? Wouldn't that be great? Those are the kind of questions that you ask. And, you know, you can ask Jenny and Amber. I'm a collaborator when it comes to things. I don't feel like I hold the only creativity card on our team. Not at all. As a matter of fact, what I find is that when we get together and we collaborate, and I throw down an idea, and what do you guys think? And what do you think of this? And how is that? All of a sudden, you know, we start to have like this magnificent conversation. It's elevated. It's not just this dictatorial thing. You know, I will always say that I'm a benevolent dictator, right? Because I do own the company. But on the other hand, you know, I also adore these two women who have magnificent brains, and they think about things differently, and they see things from a different angle. Perspective, it's everything. Curiosity is everything. Hold on to your curiosity. And if you feel like you're not curious at all, write yourself some prompts. What if? Can you imagine? What if I did this one thing? What if I changed this? Can you imagine? And start seeing some shifts and start playing with it a little bit. Curiosity is something that leads to creativity, which leads to a growth mindset and puts you into the place of being solution oriented. Isn't that just fabulous? I love that one so much. Number 2 is take an inventory of your personal history. This sounds weird, and I'm not going to ask you to like say, well, when I was 6, you know, none of that stuff. None of that stuff. But you know what I want you to do? Jama says, my brain is always wondering. That's fabulous, Jama. That's how our brains all need to be. We need to be wowed by nature. Be in wonderment like a child. And just, you know, when you see stars in the sky, talk about the wonderment of the stars in the sky and how God just threw diamonds out onto a piece of black velvet because they're so sparkly and gorgeous that night. And those are the kind of things that stir the wonderment up inside and keep us happy. It also induces us dopamine and serotonin as well. It makes us happy, y'all. Makes us happy. I love that. So when I'm saying take your personal inventory, I'm talking about your skills. What are your skills? What can you do? And also there's like skills like, you know, for example, I could say Betsy's like one heck of a cross stitcher. I could say that Jenny, have you seen Jenny's crochet, by the way? It's beautiful. She's a heck of a crocheter. Amber, I mean, every time we have a graphic, my goodness, this woman can put together some beautiful graphics. She's got an eye for it. So there's all these skills that all these people that I just told you about have. But there's invisible skills that we all have. Like, for example, maybe you're a really good listener. And as a matter of fact, people seek you out because when you listen, you are one of these people who intuitively listen to what they say and then you repeat back what they're saying. You don't just, you know, change the conversation or go off, but that's an invisible skill. Or another one is that you're a problem solver, that you listen hard and then you see something that makes you say, you know, I bet this would work. Or whatever your invisible skill is, we all have them. Maybe you're a peacemaker. You know, blessed are the peacemakers after all. But there is something there that's your invisible skill set. People have said it to you before. You know what it is and it's hidden. Write all of this stuff down. Oh, have I ever mentioned before? You should be keeping a journal. So, I am telling you, you are right, Sarah. She says so many women in this group have the skill of encouragement. They do. The skill of encouragement and the skill of support. It's invisible. I mean, it's like collagen, for heaven's sakes, in our skin, right? I call it, it's a structural protein, but I also call it a beauty protein. We all want it. We can't see it, but there it is. You know, we can see the outside of what it does for us. It's the same darn thing. When you go in and you drop something vulnerable or whatever into your community and you need some, you know, some loving, so to speak, right? That's when things start to happen. That's when you start to have, you know, those invisible skills start to show up. So write that stuff down because that is going to help you out tremendously. And then what you're going to do is, number 3 is deconstruct them. So you're looking for some commonality here. How does this all play in? You know, like you'll start to see there's like a plumb line of things like you're a good listener, you're a good problem solver. There's something about you, and this is all part of your construct, which is delightful because it's part of who you are. And it is also something that probably you haven't even been aware of. But if you're aware of it, you're going to learn what your teaching style is too. So, for example, you know, I'm very visual and creative, and I have an Audible account, you know, on Amazon because I got it when I got my account, and I get free books every month. Do you know how many of those books that I have right now? I've got like 15 that I could get. And you know, and I was wondering, why am I not doing this? I could do it when I'm walking, I can do it when around the lake, or I can do it when I'm sitting on my bike, but usually I'm listening to whatever the playlist is. But I'm thinking, why am I not doing this? And you know what it is? I am not an Audible learner. It kind of makes me crazy, and I come away feeling like, well, that was good, but I couldn't tell you about it. I couldn't, if it was a book, like a how-to kind of book, I couldn't regurgitate the facts after that. So all of this stuff that we do, when we start doing these kind of things and we start putting all of these things out and we start to learn what kind of a learner we are, we can start doing more of that, because you know what learning does? Learning puts us in the place of a growth mindset. You see how this all works and all flips back to it? So here's the thing though, is when you believe and you know and you can see how it is that you learn, then you know that you can learn. Because there's a lot of people who have been unable to learn or been, you know, had a learning disability or something. My son had a learning disability forever. He's a great Audible learner, but don't ask him to read, you know. He can do text messages and all of that, but he's got a learning disorder. But so what? It doesn't matter if you have a learning disorder or not. You have a learning style that is best suited for you. Jennifer, I saw your journal that you put together and how you personalized it. I just loved it. So great. Yeah, you should be journaling. This is part of who we are, and it's part of the growth mindset, by the way. All of this does. So what happens is if we start to understand what our learning style is, simply because we've taken a kind of an inventory of what our skills are and what our invisible skills are, it shows up with what our learning style is. And then when we find out what our learning style is, that all goes back and deploys to curiosity so that we can start learning something new. As we start learning something new, we start becoming more of a problem solver. As we start becoming more of a problem solver and we start seeing things with a different light, we become more creative. As we become more creative, we have a growth mindset. Do you see how this all works together? It's incredible. It's incredible. And then we have the ability to say, okay, so what's next? You know, anticipating, excited about, and looking forward to the next thing. There is always something new. There is always something next. And, you know, if you declutter one room, for example, then you can go in and do the next one. If you've conquered one workout, it's time, you know, 1 4-minute workout, it's time to add another one. And to be really excited for all the things that you are capable of doing. And we're all capable of a growth mindset. We just have to be aware of what the difference is between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset, and the difference between them, and how to develop our own growth mindset. And there it is. I just gave it to you. What do you think of that? Isn't that fun? I hope you enjoyed that. Anyway, I'm going to keep my eyeballs peeled on my computer until we finally get our website back up. But don't forget, you know, do take advantage of our fabulous deal that we have on our Immunity High Five. You should have these and be using them regularly in your house. And remember, every time you buy supplements from us, we always send you this little fold out that tells you exactly how to take your supplements. We want you to be empowered. You know, we want you to be strong and understanding what to do. We want to make sure that every time you open up a package from us that you say, there it is, this is what I do. And it's very supportive of your body and your heart, mind, and soul as well. It's everything. It's everything. When we take care of this little bodysuit that we're in, then we get to take care of our lives. All right? Okay, that's what I have for you today. And I really appreciate the fact that you show up so much, that you share these videos. If they mean something to you, share them, for heaven's sakes. Bring more people into our community. We all need the support. I showed you yesterday, and I'm going to show you again. I got this lovely card from Carla, and I got this sweet little one from Susan, and it just meant everything to me. You know, we can do this with each other. We can do this for each other. You can be the most encouraging person ever. You know, we all need to be encouraged. But you know what? You know how you get encouraged? By being an encourager yourself. And so I'm going to throw that one out to you today. Are you going to be an encourager? Double dog dare ya. All right. Don't forget, go check out savingdinner.com in about an hour or so and let me know what you think of the new site. I'm really excited for it. And if you have an issue with addiction, food addiction, it's a serious thing. I struggled with it for 30 years. Go check out savingdinner.com/freedom. Everyone deserves to be free from that type of bondage situation. Amen. Peace be with you. I love you guys. Bye.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube on the Saving Dinner channel or on the Saving Dinner Facebook page. Check back daily for new episodes, Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the live show, you can watch the replay. Until next time, pinkies up.